Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. I'm your host, Miss Nikki Rich, and today, guys, we are broadcasting live out of Los Angeles, California. For those who are tuned in, make sure you subscribe to Nikki Rich, the number two, on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Nikki Rich Show TV, and check us out on our website, thenikkirichshow.com. We are live today from YouTube and LinkedIn. Hey, everybody. We have a special guest. You know her as an actress. She's also a producer, and she's been making it happen, guys. Miss Denise Boutte is in the house. We're going to be talking with her and all her projects and everything she has going on. So right now, I want to keep our guests holding on any longer. I would like to welcome to the Nikki Rich Show for the first time, Miss Denise Boutte. Welcome. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm great. How you doing, Nikki?
I'm so excited to have you here today. I'm telling you, you are amazing. You have
Oh.
been making it happen. I mean, we've been following you. I said we had to get you on today.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, I'm so excited because you have a new project you have coming out October 1st. Unknown.
Yes.
Amazing. I saw the trailer. I'm excited about it.
Well, as the title says, unknown. I mean, there's so much of it. It's just like it's a roller coaster ride. It's definitely like a psychological thriller that I've never been a part of before, and it's intense. It's really intense, but I was gonna laugh. I mean, I was laughing at someone earlier, and I was just like, "There's a lot of it that even I don't know about." Like
Mm-hmm.
Laz and Tracy, like they gave us the little nuggets that were necessary in order for us to do our job. But this was something that Laz had worked on, and after we all did Never and Again together, so this is the same
Yes.
team, same family from Never and Again, and so based on the the chemistry, that we all had with that project, he had been like wanting to, I guess, do something different with this project. He already kind of had this thing figured out. But once he got a chance to work with me, he got a chance working with P, and he was just like, wait a second. Like there was some kind of twist or whatever, a little nugget that he felt would, put the cherry on top. And so when he presented it, to us, it was just like, yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna do it. We had so much success and had so much fun doing Never and Again. It was like, you know what, let's get the band back together and make this happen. So like I said, they gave the little nuggets and chunks that were necessary in order for me to pull off my character, but there's a lot of this movie that are, quote, unknown to even me. So
Yes.
this is definitely going to be a thrill ride, and I'm going to be just as on the edge of my seat as everyone else. So very, very excited.
Now, is this a true story? Because I was doing my research and they was talking about in September. I mean, I did in 2017 or something. Is this true? Is it a true story based on a true story?
I honestly have no idea. I
Okay.
honestly don't. I mean, I wish I could get into the Laz's mind and tell you, but I don't know. I was gonna say, if it is all like original from him, I would really be like, what's really going on up in there? What's really going on up in there? But no, I honestly, I don't know. Because again, the bits and pieces I know, it's a phenomenal ride that you guys are gonna be taking on. But I that would be news to me. That'd be kind of cool if it was, though, but I'd be scared for the people that lived it.
Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, it already just the trailer alone has me sucked in, ready to watch. I mean, what are you doing to prepare for this exciting day? October the 1st is right around the corner.
You know what? Showing up the way I always do. I'm the kind of person, I just this is going to be my first red carpet and premiere since this whole, corona thing. So that
Yes.
into itself, well, I'm saying corona, COVID. Oh my God. I said corona. I heard somebody the other day say, I was like, who would call it corona? Like they must have just had a beer. COVID. Oh my God. Okay, you see, we live. I can't take that shit back. But yeah, not corona. corner. That's what I'm gonna have after we finish the interview.
Exactly.
COVID, the crap that's been out here for 2 years. Yes. So I honestly, this is gonna be my first or whatever. So I'm a little like kind of leery. Like I even told Tracy, I was like, what kind of shields can I wear, on the carpet? Like, I just don't know kind of how to function and all that. But it's the kind of thing that, I've been in this business for like 17 years. You kind of just flow with it, So I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there, excited to see the family, because God, it's over 2 years that we worked together on Never and Again. And then we did the promo for that. It premiered in February. So it's just going to be nice to see everybody, and reunite. So, I mean, I was telling you earlier, I was doing some stuff with my hair. I'm just like, I'm on this natural hair journey and I'm trying to get used to this. So I don't know if you're going to get au natural, Denise, or if you're going to get sleek back, Denise you see in the movie. I don't know. So that'll be the biggest thing, like to decide what the hell to do with my hair. So I don't know. Otherwise, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a party and I'm excited to see everybody.
Now, tell us a little bit about your role. Do you see can you relate to your character in this film?
I mean, she's a boss chick, you know what I'm saying? So I like playing those, you know what I'm saying? So she's a DA, she's a district attorney. P's character is trying to run over me, but I'm a little too tough for that. So the fun part about it was that he was ready to play ball. Okay. And what was so, I guess, commendable and just impressive about him is that, he's been in the game forever. You know what I'm saying? In the entertainment game. This guy is a mogul. All right. And my call time was supposed to be an hour and a half, I think, before his. And when I tell you I showed up on set and went to wardrobe, he's sitting down there. Like he was ready. I was just like, well, what the hell? I was like, you're already here. I was like, this is crazy. But he was like, all right, when you're ready to run, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, okay. I was just like, you see, that's how moguls get to where they are. People think that it just happens and it absolutely doesn't. This dude is a hard ass working dude. I mean, whatever it is that he does, he wants to do it, next level. And so I was ready. Like, I was like, you know what, come on, let's play ball. And I know from working with Laz beforehand that he wants you to, of course, convey the idea. You know what I'm saying? You got to stick to the dialogue, but he allows you to make it your own. So that was the whole thing, with P and I. Once we started like running the dialogue and stuff, I was like, this dude's trying to handle, my character. My character is trying to, get over on something. Like, that's the thing about our characters. There's some secrets going on and there's some tension going on and there's some dirty shit going on. Like, there's something that these two are up to, but you can't quite put your finger on it. And I told him at one time, because, P, is the family man now, he's just a good guy trying to give back to the community. I was like, okay, P, let's go back to the dude. I'm one of your artists, okay? And I'm messing on your money, okay? So what would you do to me if I'm that artist acting a fool with your money? And he was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, treat me like that. I was like, so I'm gonna do one of two things. I'm gonna either cry or I'm gonna laugh at whatever the hell you come at me with. I was like, but just go for it. I was like, you're not gonna offend me. I was like, I just give it. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, whatever you give me, I'm gonna give it back. Whatever you give. And that's when the flow started to happen. Like, that's when he tapped into that beat, it was like, oh,
I know.
So it was fun. I was like, oh God, we've created a monster. This is crazy.
I'm gonna tell you, Master P is my favorite. I in '98, I'll never forget, me and my best friends, we used to ride out the Master P.
Oh, of course.
Listen to his music, everything, so because I'm from the South. Like I said, we would go to Clemson University and we just ride out.
Well, that was the same thing with me. I went to I graduated from LSU, and so around the time No Limit, like, Mystical, Mia X, like all of those folks are coming out. I was in LSU, so I was laughing with him, and I was just like, I almost flunked out of LSU because of your ass. Like, I was, that was the party, So I was
for real.
going out, yeah, the first, semester I was going out a little too much. And I was just like, you know what, that was what we did. We went to concerts or whatever, and those were like two of the main ones that we went to. So yeah, he's almost responsible for me being a college dropout, but I actually focused the next semester and I graduated. So there you go.
I know.
So that's a full circle moment. I mean, to be working with
It
him,
is.
like all these years after. I mean, it's just life.
Oh my
You never
God.
know where it's gonna take you, dude. It's crazy. You just along for the ride. Say, Jesus, take the wheel and just ride.
And I've interviewed Masterpiece several times, but I'm gonna tell you, like I told you, he's my inspiration and one of my faves. So I always, every time I had just came to Essence Fest one year, and and I kid you not, as soon as I got off the airplane, guess who I run into? Masterpiece. Masterpiece, you gotta take a picture. Every time he'd be like, okay.
Well, I'm gonna ask you. I mean, he got security, girl. I mean, did security let you get up that close?
He was by himself. He always.
Oh, was he? Okay. See, and that's the other thing. He's so accessible. But yeah, you gotta watch it, man, because them bodyguards, you may not see them, but they're there. They're there.
Yes, he's always so humble.
In the corner. You gotta watch it.
He's always so humble and amazing. So I know it's so like you said, a full circle moment to work with him. Like, that is amazing.
Who would have thunk it? That's my whole career, though. That's my whole career and my life or whatever. It's like, who would have thunk it? There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's really no rhyme or reason.
Yes. Now, also, I want to talk about, not just unknown. You have been killing the game. I like you go from one project and honey, they booking you for another one. So I'm excited about your upcoming, projects you have coming up too. I know the holidays and you got a new film coming out as well. So tell us a little bit about it.
So actually there's going to be a series premiere before the actual holiday premiere. So, The Family Business is a series or whatever that's on BET streaming. My character is introduced in this season, and chicks, you don't know what she's up to. Like, this was so fun to play this character because she's so I don't know. I don't know. I made a decision to play her like, you kind of don't know what she's up to. She kind of seems like she's kind of off. You know what I'm saying? And again, it was a choice that I made, and I had worked with Tridestin before, which is Trey Haley and Indy, and I'd worked with them before, and I was like, I want to do something different with her. Like, I wanted to have fun with her, and so she's kind of quirky. She's kind of quirky, and she's kind of like, and you don't really know what's going on, but there's a secret. Like, that something may cry, but she's smarter than she looks. How about that? She's smarter than she looks and how she acts. And so that was, again, a choice that they supported. And it was so, so fun to play that character. The Christmas movie is called A Rich Christmas. I do not know the specific date for that, but there are Christmas movies coming at you left and right. But I will say that ours is a very special one. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make your heart flutter, all that fun stuff. So, and it's funny. It's really funny. But again, you have Bill Bellamy as the lead. So what do you expect? So Bill is actually the lead, and he's playing a character that's a little, I guess you would say, not as, comedy or whatever. He's more dramatic. There you go, dramatic in this particular film. But of course, he's got to throw some little bits and pieces of funny in there. And he's so fun to work with. Like, we worked together on Browns, like several episodes, many episodes of Meet the Browns. Then we worked on another film together with Shamar Moore. So we had done that together. But at that time, that character was the ex-wife of Shamar Moore's character. And in the Browns, he was actually Terry's He was actually Terry's love interest on Meet the Browns. So that was what was so crazy about that. But we've worked together many times. And so in this particular, oh, I said Terry, Renee, sorry about that. Sasha, Renee, sorry. So with this, see, I forget and I put people's real names instead of doing the character names. Yeah. Because I can separate the character from the person, but for you guys out there, you're probably like, well, who the hell is Terry? So Terry, Renee, Vaughn is Renee. But yeah, so this time we were each other's love interest. So that was really like, you know what? So that's like my boy. That's like my, brother. And so we had a whole lot of time. So a whole lot of fun. And, it's pretty cool when you know somebody beforehand. You know what I'm saying? And because you're already like relaxed, you're already cool, and you just have fun and you play ball. And so when you're working with somebody like Bill Bellamy, who's been in this game for a long time, you just sit back or whatever and let it flow and have fun. So that was awesome.
Let it flow.
Yeah, let it flow. And that was A Rich Christmas. So A Rich Christmas is coming out. A rich Christmas. But it's actually a play on the last name.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a play. Yes, it's a play on the last name. So, I mean, they rich, they got it like that. But yeah, but it's really fun.
I love it. I love it so much. And do what do you do outside just working? What do you do to, just relax and wind down,
Well, what? I think I became kind of a workaholic, with the whole COVID thing because we couldn't do anything.
And
I mean, honestly, we can't. I would do a lot more, but I'm kind of, this is what people like still don't understand about me. I'm very much a loner. Like I'm completely fine with myself. Like I don't have to go somewhere all the time. It's just, I'm just one of those people. I mean, not a hermit, you know what I'm saying? But a loner in that I'm very comfortable being by myself. The very few people that I want in my space or whatever. Oh my God, absolutely. My husband, I guess, passed the litmus test. My daughter, thankfully, she passed it. So I don't mind them in my space. Okay.
Yeah.
But outside, I'm very protective, very guarded. You know what I'm saying? So if you can penetrate that, that little outer core, well, then it's like, oh, okay. But for the most part, I grew up in the backwoods of Louisiana. I guess, as a kid, I talked to myself all the time. So I can entertain myself.
Well, Louisiana is where you want to be anyway.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing with me. I mean, I work a lot, I have to be self-motivated because I am an entrepreneur, between the whole Louisiana Girl culinary thing. And then now I've got 2 projects actually that are in pre-production right now. One that's in post-production that I'm actually producing myself along with my manager and that team there. So I get joy, out of doing it. It's not like, sometimes don't get it twisted. I mean, the pressure is real, but at other times it's like, oh my God, like I feel so good that I don't have to just depend on others for work and opportunities, but I'm now in a position to where I'm creating them for myself and for other people. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And for other people. So, and several of the people that I started this business with at that time, one of them is Karen Ward Ross. Okay. And she and her husband are the masterminds behind monogamy. And so,
yes, I love it.
Yeah. So she and I used to talk all the time about being in this place. And so now that we are, I mean, mine hasn't seen the light of day and have the crazy fans that hers has. Not yet, but shout out to my girl and congratulations on all that success. But we talked about this moment. Like we talked about being here and being able to create our own projects. I mean, tap dancing in the audition room, that's cool when you first starting. But after a while, it's kind of like, okay, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do on camera, and I'm not necessarily waiting on somebody to give me the pass to do it. I'm going to make it happen, So that's where I am right now. And so when it's your own, it almost doesn't feel like work. You know what I'm saying? It's the manifestation where you're supposed to be. So that's why it's like, you know what? I'm in here grinding or whatever. And, I'm grinding here to lunch, but it's like, I'm still, I was going to say Corona again. I'm still, that COVID situation is very real to me. I got vaccinated, but I'm still very, very cautious and careful. So I'm cool with just grinding. I'm cool with grinding. So.
And, I mentioned to you before about how Meet the Browns is still airing. The thing about, when you're grinding and stuff and working, your work is gonna, speak for itself, and you're not even gonna have to work hard. Look at the shows you did in the past, still airing, and you see them every day. That is amazing. That's how much work you done put in, and it's just
Oh,
working for you right now.
thank
You
you.
don't have to do nothing. It's airing
Thank
right
you.
now.
No,
All that
I
hard.
appreciate that because I do this little show called Louisiana Wednesdays or whatever in the morning on Wednesdays. And people are always like there's several shows that people always ask me about, several movies. It's For the Love of Ruth and Her Only Choice. Like for some
Mhm.
reason, and now it's becoming Never and Again. Of course, Meet the Browns, Why Did I Get Married? Of course, those are ones people reference, but for some reason those are the movies that stand out in people's minds or whatever, like, and they want to see. And now recently someone told me that, I think For the Love of Ruth came on TV1 at first, and they would only show it during Easter. So they would show it during Easter time, and people were just like, where can I find it? I want to see it. So I think one of them is on Tubi, and I don't
Oh
even know what
yeah,
it is. I think
Tubi.
it's a streaming site or something. And
Mhm.
so the other one, Her Only Choice, somebody told me where that one is, but those are the ones that hit home, that people really, really fell in love with those characters. And For the Love of Ruth, for instance, was my very first lead. Like that was the very first movie that I played a lead actress in. And that for me was terrifying because who am I with? Loretta Devine? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I mean, she's an icon, so the fact that they trusted me with that. I mean, Gary Dordan, I mean, for real, and his 12 abs, I mean, 12 pack or whatever, forget a six pack. Dude's got a 12 pack. Okay.
Now this
I,
is the first. Wow.
yeah. So that was my very first lead acting role where I was the one carrying a film. James Pickens Jr., okay,
Wow.
from Grey's Anatomy. Like, it's just, it was, again, these things have I'm not going to say fall into my lap because they are destined. He has ordered my steps, but I'm just like,
Yes.
what are the odds, and take every opportunity to make sure I'm prepared and go on that set, and just free fall and trust the people that I'm working across from.
You are just, to me, you are a testimony, because anybody, that has a dream or a vision, I mean, you executed, you made it happen, and not only that, um, the people around you are amazing, and you can tell that because of the different, all the blessings you've been in, because the doors, you got amazing doors you had that open, and I just think it's so awesome.
I was going to say, well, he opened them, girl, and I just walked through. As scared as I
Yes,
might have been to walk through something, like, oh my God, can I do it? I would tell myself, after I got over the initial shock,
yes.
it wouldn't have opened if I wasn't ready. Like, it's just
Hmm.
as simple as that. When
You
you
was
get the
ready.
opportunity and you're just like, oh my God, like he opened the door because you were ready. So you go ahead
Yes.
and drop all that mess or whatever and get to work. There was actually an offer that I got, oh God, I think it's like almost 3 months ago. Almost 3 months ago. And I have to say that I was actually I was really scared. Like, this was the first time in my career for a long time that I was just like, oh shit. Like, I wanted this. I asked for it. I told my manager so many times, well, I want to scrub down and I want to play something grungy, like, Charlize Theron did in Monster. Like, I want to do something gritty,
Mhm.
and I said that for years. And then all of a sudden, here comes the opportunity and knocking. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Here you are.
Like, do I really want to do this? I mean, I asked him for, I asked you for it, but do I really, am I ready for this? And it was just like, again, yes, you are. So, I mean, when I tell you that I am not hiding behind hair, makeup, wardrobe, nothing. This is all about the performance and stripping down any and every, preconceived notion that you have of a person that's just bottomed out. Like, Chick is just, whatever drug you can possibly think of, she own it. She is verbally abusive. She is physically abusive. She is kind of hard to look at. Like, this was the kind of thing where I had to drop all, if there was a part of my, self that was narcissistic or was like, oh my God, what do I look like on camera? This was not the role to take. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I wanted it and I said I wanted it. When it presented itself, I was like, oh crap. But it was the most amazing free fall that I think I had in my career. And when
Mm-hmm.
they were applauding after because I was like the first day, the first thing. Okay. So when you the first day, first thing, you were setting the tone for the whole production. This was a
Yes.
almost 3 week, film that everyone was doing. And I was just like, oh my God, I have to set the pace, I have to set the tone. And it was gritty, it was grimy, it was raw.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty like, after I heard those applause, I was just like, oh my God, okay. Like, oh my God, I can do this. This is all right. I got it in me like that. Cause like I
You
said,
got it.
it's all about the performance. It's not about looking like, oh, her
Mm-hmm.
shoes are so cute. Oh, where did she get those earrings? Oh, wow. Look at her makeup. Oh my God, they did a great job. No, this ain't about that. You ain't looking at no
Mm-hmm.
aesthetics. There is nothing aesthetically pleasing about this chick. You're looking at
Yeah.
the performance.
Yes, I love it. Now tell us, as an actress, any message I would say to those out there that is looking to get in internet entertainment or that's already there, any advice you would like to give to anybody out there?
Everybody's journey is different, so if
Mhm.
I tell you, just the specifics of what happened in my, journey in this business, it won't
Mhm.
ever be the same, but I will say that there's something to be said to everybody. Again, it's different. For me, before I did my first job, I didn't have class. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have
Mhm.
acting class and all this stuff. And when I did start to do acting class, for me, it actually was kind of hindering my creativity because I was overthinking it. It made
Yeah.
me too mechanical and it wasn't the vibe for me. So there were times after that, especially when it came to comedy. There's a rhythm, there's a
Mhm.
technique, you know what I'm saying, to comedy. And so I did need to get that down and figure that out for Meet the Browns because that was the first time I'd ever done a comedy before. And it was scary, but Tyler provided a really safe environment for me to learn and figure it out. So that was what was amazing. And if you can work in Tyler Perry land, you can work anywhere, okay? Because he don't play. You better hit the ground running. You better hit your mark. And you better keep it moving. Okay. And so that kind of work ethic and all that cemented me and grounded me in,
Mhm.
okay, I know what to expect. Sometimes when, we're on set and it's taking like hours, I'm just like, what's taking so long? We would have had a whole episode in the can right now. What's taking y'all so long? It's just, but I know I can work and produce at that pace. So it's very nice sometimes when you have the luxury of taking your time because it's I can work in a pressure cooker and I can work in a spa. I mean, it does it doesn't matter. It's like
It
throw it at
doesn't.
me. But like I said, advice wise or whatever, everybody's journey is different. And I would say
Mhm.
that, I'm not trying to get to, like, Bible beating or anything, but it's true in that if you look at the signs and you sit quietly and you really and truly think about the he sends you messages, I feel. And
Yes.
if you are brave enough to not only recognize that message and internalize that message, he guides you. Like he sends you things
He
like that.
does. He got
I was
you. Yeah.
outside and talking about something, and I was kind of having this conversation and not wanting to make the investment in me. And I saw a hummingbird. Like I just saw a hummingbird just like hovering.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying, in the tree. And I was like, you know what, damn it, let's do it. I was just like, for me, that's what works. And there have been so many times in my career that things like that have happened where I'm on the edge trying to figure it out if I go left or go right. And he sends me something. I'm just like, okay. Just like my career. I mean, all these
yes.
random things started happening. I was just like, oh my God, I don't take chances like this. I don't gamble like this. I'm planned and predictable. I like, my things in order. And he was just like, no, no.
Yes.
As I pushed it away and resisted it so many times, but it was just like, he wasn't having it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to see what happens. And here I am 17 years later.
And Shannon Jackson said he does send messages all the time. And she said, I love her.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Now, in case anybody wanted to learn more and follow you and connect with you, where can they go to?
On Instagram, I'm Denise_Boutte. So, and again, I did not make up that last name. I would not do that to myself. It's Denise, DENISE_Boutte, BOUTTE, because somebody stole my name. So that one is there. And then I also, for my culinary passions, I have Louisiana Girl. And so that's WEEZIANA Girl. And that's also the website, louisianagirl.com. So that Instagram. And yeah, so on the Louisiana Girl side, you'll find spices, you'll find cookbook. I always give a shout out to my boy Jannard Wells. You'll see all that.
Oh,
stuff.
wait a minute, let me say it again.
We got our spices. Oh, Jannard Wells right here. Oh, here we go.
Yes, right. Oh, love it.
Yeah, the Chef Jannard. And I've got it all earmarked right here because I use it all the time. I don't remember all that stuff, girl. But yeah, I'm always like, if you've got a cookbook and you don't have it marked and stained, well, then it's not good. So this one here. And yeah, so again, lots of amazing projects coming up. One of which I'll be filming in Louisiana, not very far from where I grew up. And so I'm very, very excited. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Do you go back to Louisiana a lot?
All the time. In fact, I was there about a month ago because I've got some secrets cooking up in the kitchen on the Louisiana Girl side. So there's some, yeah, we're going to roll out a new product before the holidays, and we're going to be announcing the pre-sale really, really soon. So we're going to be doing that Christmas. So yeah.
Yes. So you got to come back, and we got to talk about Louisiana Girl.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm always there, girl. Always there. Talk about a little bit of home. So yeah, so it's exciting. It's really exciting to invest in yourself and see things manifest. So I'm really, really excited. So thanks to you, all the folks out there that are like supporting it, because without you, I would not be in business right now, especially with the whole, COVID thing in 2019. So thanks to you, we are still surviving and thriving. So
that is so amazing. I'm so happy for you, and what, so much more in store. 2022 coming up, and I know, it's a lot going on then, but I'm just so honored to have you here today, and we look forward to, bringing you back on to learn more. But we'll be sharing on all our social media platforms and everything. So, we're going to be blowing up your timeline.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I need a lot more followers on Louisiana Girl Instagram. So you guys go ahead and do that. But yeah, so that's cool. So check out Unknown October 1st. A Rich Christmas is coming at you during the holidays. And I was talking about the real, chick on the drugs or whatever and everything else. That's called Angie's Cure. So that's going to come out next year. So shout out to Lynette and Corey for that opportunity. I appreciate it. So yeah, there's a few. I was gonna look at a few. The Block trilogies that's coming out, and Christmas with My Ex. I did that one not very long ago. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I told you earlier, I was like, this business is feast or famine. So I'm happy I got some appetizers, girl. I'm happy I got some.
Well, I just thank you for stopping by the Nikki Rich Show today. And much love to you. Congrats to you on all your success. And
yes. And yes, A Rich Christmas is based on you. So just to let you know. So make sure you tune in, okay?
All righty. Well, all right.
All right, Nikki. Thank you.
Bye, Denise. Thank you.